With the new Premier League season, you already know there are going to be some massive shockers which you will not see coming. There will be some stuff which you can definitely see coming. Look out for number 10. So here is my top 10 things that will happen in the 2022-23 Premier League season. In at number 10, and I have Fulham to get relegated. Yes, Silva's done well with Fulham getting over 100 points in the Championship, but come on. When was the last time we saw Norwich and Fulham be in the same Premier League season? Because Norwich are definitely going to go up, so now it's down to Fulham to go down. Into number 9, and I have Ronaldo stays, and he will score over 20 Premier League goals. I'm telling you guys right now, I had the same gut feeling about Harry Kane. He really wanted to leave, just like Ronaldo, but he stayed and he did a decent job. I think Ronaldo is still one of the best players in the world, and I think he'll stay and do a fabulous job till the end of the season. Arsenal flopping, including an annual beating from a relegation side. Now, I do think a lot of Arsenal fans were expecting more this season, but I feel like they were quite lucky. United had their worst Premier League season ever. Chelsea were rutted with injuries and bad form. Spurs had 2 massive disasters, and I feel like they were just the only club that necessarily didn't have any major issues. But the annual beating, come on, it's destined to happen. Last year it was Brentford, and then I've seen Norwich beat them before. I've seen Fulham, Watford smash them. It's got to happen this year. Rodgers will be getting sacked after a run of draws and losses. They have not bought any new players, and I don't think they're going to replace any. Depth will be a massive issue. With that comes bad form, and I do believe that Rodgers will be out of that dugout within maybe half a season. Salah gets dropped for a couple weeks to Luis Diaz for not performing. I believe Salah signing that new contract does not guarantee that he's going to get goals. I remember I saw something like in his last 18 games he only scored like 2 open play goals. It was definitely not good enough, and I actually think that form's going to continue, and I think he will be dropped for a certain amount of time. It could be maybe a month, it could be just a couple weeks. 20% of Chelsea's goals will come from their wing-backs. We've seen it basically in the last 2 seasons. They do not have a proper striker, and that means that the goals are being shared out through each position. And Reece James, he loves to get a goal, and I believe Chilwell and Alonso, especially if Alonso doesn't leave, we'll be seeing them get some as well. In at number 4, and I have Harry Kane will be the top scorer by getting over 25 goals. Now, this is something that has been a bit of a struggle for Premier League attackers, especially last season. I think Heung-min Son and Salah both got 22, but no one actually got over that mark. And I think Harry Kane will be back to his best next season because he hasn't had any transfer rumours. City have got Haaland. He knows he's staying at Spurs for another season. Conte's done extremely well, and they're looking to challenge for Champions League football again, and I think Kane will absolutely flourish. On to number 3, and we have Núñez will outscore Haaland by a small margin. Now, necessarily, I do believe that you should not base your opinions, especially in like team placing or how a team will do, off new transfers. And that is why I believe both strikers won't do as good as people are saying. I think they'll max get maybe 12 goals in the league. I think Núñez will just marginally, by a genuinely small margin, outscore Haaland. And with Núñez being versatile, and I do believe he actually fits the Liverpool system, I think he'll settle in a bit more quicker. On to number 2, and I have one non-relegation battling team will be relegated. Now, I have put on the script, it's either Southampton, Brentford, Wolves and Leicester. Teams like Southampton have been really inconsistent, and I feel like the Premier League over the last couple of years has just gone up a level. It's now better than La Liga, and you really do need to have that sort of consistency to stay up. I believe Brentford will sorely miss Eriksen, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. I've seen they've made a couple good signings like Aaron Hickey. Wolves sort of dipped last season. I don't think we'll probably see them get relegated. The same with Leicester, but both of them will probably have underwhelming seasons, if I'm honest. In at number 1, the last one of the video, and it is Newcastle will be higher in the table than at least one Big 6 team. Now, I think this isn't necessarily a shock, because you think ever since January, if you just started the table then, if you just started the Premier League then, Newcastle would be 3rd, behind Liverpool and Manchester City. So if they keep up this momentum, and signing Sven Botman, they'll probably get a couple other players. They are definitely going to be a team to look out for in the next season, and I believe they will finish above either Arsenal or Spurs. Just look out for the twos. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. It does mean a lot to me. Please click on the channel, look at the videos I'm making. If you like them, it's as simple as this. Subscribe.